Ultimately, if you look at down here at part B, we're supposed to be able to graph this equation. But when we look at it in this format, this is called standard form. And so the first step will be to rewrite it in slope-intercept form because we know how to graph it once it's in slope-intercept form. So I'm going to bring it back down here. I have 3x plus 2y equals 10. And they gave us a hint here. Rewrite it in slope-intercept form by getting y by itself. So let's do that. Let's get y by itself. And the first step will be, we can't get rid of the 2 just yet because there's this 3x over here. So you may be thinking that we need to divide by 2, and that will be right, just not yet. We need to subtract this 3x from itself, and that goes away, which is good. But remember, whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. So I'm going to put a minus 3x there as well. Let's see what that leaves us with. It already canceled out the 3x's, so I still have a 2y here, but I also have, a lot of people will think this is 7x. It is not 7x. Okay, 10 minus 3x has to just basically stay as 10 minus 3x. So I'm going to put it over here just for those of you maybe not watching the video. 10 minus 3x does not equal 7x. Okay, that is not true because they are not like terms. So remember that. You can't combine things that are not like terms. So we just have to leave them separate, which means now that it does come time to divide, we're going to divide by 2, but we're going to divide everything by 2. You can either think about it this way, or what I do is I just divide each term by 2 here. So the 2 cancel out there. We're left with y equals 5 minus 3 halves x. A better way to write this so that we can tell which one is the slope and the y-intercept, we would write y equals, notice that this is a negative 3 halves x. So that's what we're going to put in front, negative 3 halves x, and then a plus 5 because the 5 itself was not negative, it was positive. So we just put things in different order, but we kept the signs that they had. All right, and so this allows us to see that the slope is negative 3 halves, and the y-intercept is 5, which now allows us to graph it on a graph down here. So if I go with a y-intercept of 5 right here, and a slope of negative 3 over 2, which means I'm going to rise down 1, 2, 3, over 1, 2, and put my next point. Rise again down 1, 2, 3, over 1, 2, and put my next point, and draw a nice straight line like that. Hopefully that helps you get started here on whatever problem you're working on, and that gets you a bit of an understanding of how to graph equations when they're written in what's called standard form, ax plus by equals c, instead of slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b.